fucking dollars. I don't care.
I don't care. People sue over less shit.
They do. I mean, that woman who sued because she burnt her hand on hot coffee at McDonald's got like $2 million.
Exactly.
But at the end of
You
the
caused my friend Cam here emotional trauma.
You did.
I want half, by the way.
You did.
But I mean, really, there's got to be
you're an attorney. What do you think?
Yeah. He basically, that's a breach of contract.
Oh, dude, it was that made me a little mad. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to just not,
Dude, haters are important though. And this is a good topic to talk about because I didn't even know we were going to go here with this conversation. I'm glad we did. But like, haters just prove that, hey, either you're a radical piece of shit, right?
Yep.
Or you're doing something right.
It's mostly you're doing something right.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some haters out there, you can argue, Hitler deserved the hater he got. Maybe you could argue you don't. I don't know. Depends on where you stand with that one too. But like, what's up, guys? I'm sure you're enjoying the podcast. It's fucking awesome. I know. Okay. But let's talk about one of my sponsors, Alpine Moving Company. So we all know that moving sucks. Okay. Stop asking your buddies to fucking move you. It's always a problem. We know that. Be an adult. So use Alpine Moving Company. They know how to get the shit done. They offer residential and commercial moving. Also, they will move you anywhere within North America, anywhere in the lower 48, Canada, Mexico. And they're going to hook you up with 10% off. So discount code MOVE24. Make the right move. If you're a gigantic pile of shit, you're going to have haters.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Or you've got people that just hate you because they're jealous and are threatened by you,
Yeah.
which is 99% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
So the point is you've got some haters for your gym, and that's a good thing, man, because like...
Oh, it's helped us grow, actually. People have heard about stuff through the hate.
Dude, think about like the name of my podcast, the Financial Advisory Podcast, the logo that I use. If you look back at the origin of that logo, was initially designed to...
It's the explicit on the rap label.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Or not, hold on. I listen to heavy metal, bro.
Okay.
Rap is one thing. But, and it was on rap. It was on anything that had like fuck, shit, bitch, cunt, all the words that you can't use.
Yep.
If it had those explicit lyrics,
Yeah.
they had to put that sticker on there.
Yep.
Okay? So that was, it was designed to deter people from buying them or let parents know, hey, don't let your kids buy this. But what did it actually do?
People bought it more.
I gotta have that record.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking record's got fuck in it.
Yeah.
I gotta have that. So it backfired completely.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, with these people that are like the buzz going around, is what's the buzz all about? I want to be part of this buzz, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like that's good for you guys. It's actually the delays suck, but the overall buzz is great for you guys.
Great for us. Yeah. No, it's overall it's been a great process.
Market.
Oh, sorry. It's been a great process. Been fun.
Yeah.
No complaints.
So Revolution Gym, that's you own 42.5% of that.
Yes, sir.
That right now obviously is not producing much income for you, right? But you're
Not
still
at
paying
all.
your bills. So what else are you doing for regular income?
So I've got my main income source right now is leftover sales contracts. So those are payouts from old companies or through Day Consulting, old people I worked with.
Okay.
Day Consulting is kind of my private sole proprietorship where I do CRM work, but sales stuff as well, kind of business consulting.
Okay.
It's just there's a lot of people when I do event sales, it's kind of what I focus on.
Give me an example. So I understand this.
Pretty much, I'll use Grant Cardone's name. Grant Cardone does a ton of events, right?
Okay.
The entire reason he throws those events is to get people there to sell at those events.
Correct.
He makes a ton of money.
Yeah.
So his big one, GrowthCon, right? The guy, like our team last year, made him $24.5 million in 3 days.
Okay.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be one of the sales reps. I was the sales manager for a while there too. So I kind of went back and forth. If it needed me to step in and sell, I was kind of the third party close where I come in as the manager, help close, that kind of stuff.
So you got somebody on the phone who's him and Han.
It wasn't on the phone. It was all in person.
Okay.
So they'd fly me out. We do Miami and Arizona because that's where Cardone's offices are.
Yep.
We do the office in Miami, office in Arizona. We fly out. A bunch of people fly in for this business event we're doing.
Yep.
And then teach them for 2 days and then hard pitch them an upsell. Right. And then it's our job to close it. And we get event sales is a very unknown thing that you can make a stupid amount of money on.
What's stupid money?
Like 50 to 100 grand in 3 days.
Okay.
Like even more potentially. I've had one of my contractors who worked for me. We contracted him, but he has his own event sales company. He made $500,000 in 3 days.
Okay.
Which is,
yeah, it's crazy,
dude.
That's just selling people on events. Like, hey, come to my event for $500, or
no, it's the upsell at the event.
So at the event, what's the upsell?
So, for example, what we did, the event we threw was the 10X Stages Workshop, right?
10X Workshop for Grant.
That was $5,000.
Okay.
From there, we sold a $30,000 product, right? In standards, you take home 20 or 30% of that as the rep.
Okay.
So you can imagine there's 300 people. We close about 20. It's a little higher, so 20 to 30% of the room.
Okay.
You're walking away with 60 people, 900 grand right there. The rep walks away with 20% of that. You can do
Got
that.
it.
It's roughly $200,000.
So tell me about that, because I've got an idea, and I don't want to shoot myself in the dick here, but as I build my social media,
Yeah.
as I get myself out there,
Yeah.
as I really try to be an influencer without being an influencer, if that makes sense. I'm trying to get out there and influence people, but not trying to be your typical influencer, if that makes sense.
Saying,
Okay.
yeah.
So, but as I do that, I'm recognizing more and more people out there selling the dream of being rich. And like this Grant Cardone shit, it's kind of like, you know, I don't want to rag on him individually, but like it's not just him. And it's these other conferences you go to. It's these other coaching you can buy into. And there's other things that are just like what they're all doing. And Wes Watson's one of them. There's and they're not all bad.
No.
There's value in these things.
Yes.
But when I'm recognizing they're all doing the kind of the same formula.
It is. It's similar,
selling the idea of getting rich. And if you follow their program to a T, there's a chance it could work.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to,
that's what it is.
So it does work
yeah.
to a T for the right person. You know, maybe I'm not sure what the percentage would be. If you follow the program to a T, it's going to work. They also know not everyone's going to follow the program, and it's not their fault. It's not their concern. But like, there's so much currency in that dream that like there's so many people signing up for these things. Well, what's your take on it? Do you see like? Is it something that you think is valuable, or are people being taken advantage of? What do you think?
It's a mixed thing depending on what's sold. I know some products which I sold, which I would stand by till the day I die.
Okay.
Absolutely fantastic products. I think everyone should go through them for the business.
Okay.
Other ones I know are complete scams, which, you know, there's some low performing events I had myself as a sales rep because
Are these
I can't sell.
scams that like, hey, I know these don't work, or hey, I just don't know no one's ever going to do it?
No, these ones are where we would do it for you. I
okay.
put that in quotation marks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's there's 3 stages of a product you can sell. Do it yourself, do it with you, which is like a coaching session assistance, or do it for you.
Okay.
So we had something called, it was the 10X Stage Agency, which it did operate well for some of our clients, but most people were not ready for it who bought into it. It's a very niche down thing. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
But this was more expensive. I think it was like it was $15,000 to $20,000 up front plus $3,000 a month.
Okay.
For a year or 2 years, depending on what contract you chose.
Yeah.
Right. And essentially, we would go out and find stages for you to speak on, teach you how to speak, yada, yada, yada. For some people, it worked great, and they made hundreds of thousands of dollars. But that was the 1%.
Yeah, because if you're ready for it, because it takes skill to public speak.
We teach, yeah, we would teach you.
You can teach some things to that.
You can't teach
all of it,
No.
right? So like,
No, you can't.
if you've got the guy who's the worst at it naturally, you can teach him some things. He's still not going to succeed.
No.
If you have the guy who's a natural but needs some coaching, it works for him.
Exactly.
But you're not disclaiming that in the offer. Hey, dude, we can teach anybody. Or
Exactly.
It's like, man,
yeah.
But you know, shame on people for not understanding that, because like, man, it's like I can learn every skill that there is to learn in pitching baseball.
Yeah.
If I don't have the ability, Nolan Ryan could fucking teach me how to throw.
No.
If I can't actually do it, it doesn't really help me. But I could go to his clinic and spend all kinds of money.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, so like there's versions of that all across the world and all across everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Like baseball clinics, basketball clinics. Like Michael Jordan puts on a clinic for basketball players, right? Like, is everyone going to go to the league? No, man. But like, there's the dream of it. So I guess
exactly. We're sold on the image of like, hey, this person's done it, you can do it too.
Yeah,
that's what's told to you. And essentially, it's like there's some products that are sold where I feel scummy.
There's some truth to it, right? But there's also a lot of not truth to it.
It's like a half.
I was trying to be careful how I word it, because like there is truth to a lot of it, and there's like, man, if you just follow a coaching program,
we did make people millions of dollars. You know, some people we did like some people were like crazy, and of course we pushed that testimony till the end of the earth. But
so I look at this as like with what I'm doing in life insurance.
Yeah.
I find I weirdly did it. I got success really early, and I did really well really quickly.
Yeah.
And I passed the exam in 3 days. Okay. I did a lot of things that I don't give myself credit for, and I say, man, if I did it, you can do it. And I'll bring people in, and they struggle. It's like, well, fuck, I'm not giving myself enough credit for what I did.
Yeah.
And what I actually did is really fucking hard to do, but I ended up making it seem too easy. So I can relate to that. So what I've learned to do is like, man, don't try to make it seem so easy. So with like coaching and all these things that like Grant Cardone's the world are doing, it's like, man, like you're making it seem like to a point where anyone can do this with our coaching. Man, it's not true. It takes a certain ability, a certain type of person to do it. The problem is everybody wants to do it, and they're willing to pay for it.
Yeah, especially
also like on the other side of it, good for him, because fuck, he's making money. Good for him.
Bro, he's making money.
Yeah.
The way he moves, it's crazy. But because Grant can talk.
Oh,
he can talk. He can sell. That dude is a walking icon, and people follow him essentially.
Yep.
They're like, okay, I want he's obviously extremely wealthy, and he's like, I can teach you how to do it. At the end of the day, someone who's trying to learn, why would you not trust that? Why would you not want to be like, this dude's rich, let me at least dip into the water?
Well, we're all taught to look at what we want to do and seek that person out.
Yeah, exactly.
He is that person. But the problem I have with all that stuff is like some of that stuff's ability and natural talent. Not everyone has that.
They sell
But
it
if
like
you
it is.
sell it like it's when you sell it like it's fucking macaroni and cheese in the box.
Yeah.
It's not, bro. It's a 7-course meal.
Yeah.
Not everyone can do this shit. Like it's not ramen noodles. It's not that simple.
No, and that's almost
They
like
make it seem like that, and
Yeah.
everyone fucking falls for it.
it's almost like an abuse of power. Like, oh, look at me.
Yeah.
If I did it, you can do it too.
Yeah.
No, that's never true. You know.
And so when I first started doing that, I was doing it from a place of humility and like humbleness,
Yeah.
not realizing I was hurting people I was trying to bring in. Once I learned that, though, I'm like, fuck no, hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, it's not that hard. You're gonna get kicked in the dick. It's gonna be hard. So I make sure to like word it differently versus people who I know these guys recognize it. I know that they know about it,
Yeah.
and they're still selling it. It's like, man, I got a hard time with that.
Yeah. But
But for the 1% or 5% people that actually helps them, and good for them, great. But man, I know it doesn't help everybody.
it definitely doesn't. But were you back to like event sales? I think.
Yeah. So back to, we got way fucking.
We went way into the stratosphere on that one. All right, let's
Ace,
I should have a paper that's
Ace is like, Ace should be like keeping us on track. Like
On track. Where are we
wear
going?
Fucking neck collars, like dog shock collars. Hey, get it back on task, fucker.
Dude, I should have
Yeah.
gotten you one for Chewy. Oh my god, the dozen is.
So back on task, your event sales.
Event sales, so we can talk about that.
Event sales hub. That is what is your primary job now, or what's that like?
That's taking up a lot of my time.
Okay.
That's kind of
Tell me
where
what that is.
Yeah, pretty much. It's me and two other guys. These other guys are one dude's been doing business sales for 4 years. Genius. Like was my old boss at the old company, mentored me.
Yep.
The other guy was that contractor made $500,000 in 3 days.
Okay. All right.
So these guys have made some serious cash. Like that one dude, I'm not gonna say it by name for him because he
fine.
can get called up or something. But he's the guy who really helped orchestrate that $24 million in like a week for Grant.
Okay.
He was pretty much the brains behind it. He put
Yeah.
up all the sales tactics. He's just they're both super knowledgeable in their own
Yeah.
fields.
Yeah.
So I was kind of I was the manager under him. I helped facilitate a ton of his stuff. I was good at sales. I did good numbers for them. So I always kind of expressed I want to do more. I've never wanted to work for someone. It's never my dream.
Yeah.
But the connection of working for Grant Cardone ecosystem, I don't want to pass up. I'm still young enough where I can, I'm just trying to learn right now. I'm trying to soak everything in. But when my boss got fired, I immediately quit. Right.
Nice.
I was like, I have the money saved.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm out of here, man. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
and
fun.
they were like, they would try to keep me.
Yeah.
No, they tried to keep him to go back to him later.
and
No.
During line work, we do that all the time. Like, if your buddy got fired, you'd fucking drag up too.
Oh, yeah. I was out.
It's fun. Yeah.
The second I heard he was leaving, I'm gone.
Yeah.
There's no point in me being
Yeah.
here.
And sometimes leadership doesn't know that, right? It's good to remind them that, like, hey, dude,
Yeah.
there's some loyalty out here. The guys in the field are the ones making the fucking money. If you're gonna fuck over him now, if my buddy got fired for fucking a dog or something, it's like, hey, dude, bro, you had it coming. If my buddy had it coming, I'm gonna tell him, hey, bro, you fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But if I felt he got done wrong, done dirty,
This guy was the entire company when I tell you
Yeah.
that. He
Yeah.
was the brains
Yeah.
behind it. He's a genius. And they
Right.
dropped him because the owners were screwing the company and they blamed on this guy. That's kind of the case.
Yeah,
with it.
when you see he's done dirty, I'm about to, bro.
But
Yeah.
so funny story. Me and the other guy who made the guy who made the $500,000, his name's Kirk. I can say him.
Okay.
Right. So he was contracted under the company. He was event sales guy. So he came and worked some events for us. But I always talk to him because I'm like, wow, you run your own company. He told me the numbers. Like, that's crazy. Like, how can I do that?
Yeah.
So me and him were already working on kind of a spinoff than the other to do it. I was planning on leaving the company, and then he
Yeah.
got fired. And then Kirk went after my boss, like, hey, come join us.
Okay.
So the three of us kind of teamed up. We all flew out to Denver, or they flew into Denver. I drove out there.
Which, by the way, are you from Denver area?
I'm from Florida.
Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Denver now?
5 years.
Okay, cool.
6 years. 6.
When did you move here?
2018.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Same as me.
Yep. Came for college. 2 years in, said, fuck that, I'm out.
Nice.
So
We'll get back to that when we talk about college in a moment. Yeah.
yeah.
Go on.
But pretty much the three of us went in Denver for 2 days and just planned out the entire year. Like everything, like
Really?
content schedule, courses we're going to make, like what we're going after, business partnerships, that kind of stuff. I have my roles, they have their roles, and then we just kind of hit the ground running. So we have our first huge client coming up, who I won't name until after the event.
Sure.
But I mean, I never understood the money you can make from it.
Right.
It's crazy. So just
Tell me like I'm 5 years old what Event Sales Hub does.
So pretty much what we do is we're actually targeting low, mid-level influencers right now.
Okay.
So what we do
That's
is
me, by the way.
we're taking you guys and we're saying, hey, let's put on an event for you. Let us be your sales team. We take a commission on it.
Okay.
Right. Let's make you $1 million. $1 million in a day is what our goal is. Right.
So okay, I come to you and I'm slowing this down on purpose. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to be an influencer, which this is very much in my wheelhouse. Hey,
Yeah.
I want to get more people to see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I can help more people.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hire Event Sales Hub. Hey, I want to put on an event so I can host people. And I can also obviously get some content from this thing.
Yes.
And I can dice this thing up
Yep.
and get more awareness out there. Because I'm a low level influencer. I don't have that. I don't have an Alex Hormozy influence yet. I don't have Grant Cardone's influence yet, but I want that. So I'm gonna hire you guys out. Well, I'm gonna put on an event. Now I don't know what kind of event I want though. Are you guys gonna help me with that, or how's that work?
We can help you with literally anything event based on what
Okay.
it is. We typically, the lowest we want to work with right now is 100,000 followers.
Okay.
That's
Well,
kind
fucking hell. How's that a low end? How is that a low level influencer? God damn.
We've worked for
I'm
some
trying to get to
people-
10,000 followers.
We've worked with some people with millions. So
Okay.
that's why it depends. It's like kind of, we can go lower. I mean, you can realistically do an event with 1,000 followers, get 10 people there, and you can still make 20 grand.
Exactly. Right.
So-
I see that value. Right.
Yeah. Like you can do whatever. But for right now, we're trying to grow our
You're
credibility.
stepping on our fucking peons right now. People like me are like, hey man, I'm just gonna walk over your fat ass. We're gonna go over here. Some dickheads, some low level dickheads got 100,000 followers, man.
we got something for everyone.
Okay.
But
So hang on. So going back to that, dude's got 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
He wants to grow. Contacts you.
Yep.
What is your role exactly? Day one. What's your role?
day one, we're hitting the ground running. So pretty much day one, they come to us and say, hey, I want to do an event. We're like, great. We immediately get the information on their business.
Okay.
Right? So
What do you do? How do you help
Who are
people?
you? What do you do? What
Yeah.
do you charge? What are your products? We vet everything. Because the event, you have to have everything laid out very,
Yeah, you want to be
very
smart about
carefully.
it. You want to look like a pro. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right. The product's got to be laid out. We got to teach them how to speak, everything. So the first thing we look at is the product, right? The product's got to be laid out a certain way.
It's life insurance, by the way.
We will not work with someone who has a shitty product. That will screw us, screw our name. We've worked
Yeah.
with people to where we go out and kill it at the event. We
So
sell
no ketchup popsicles, no bullshit.
no
right?
bullshit.
Okay.
We go out and we sell $1 million in a day for someone. They better deliver because our name's on the line.
Of course, right.
So that's happened before. We've sold $1 million in a day for someone, and they go and shit the bed, and they
Can't
don't
produce it.
deliver.
Really?
And then it comes back like, oh, you sold me this, and they're not doing this, and like, bad name.
They're looking at you guys, right? Like, hey,
'cause
motherfuckers, I
we're
came
the
through.
people on the
yeah,
ground.
you're the
We're
face
the-
of it.
yeah.
Right.
So pretty much we vet hard. We vet the product, we vet their process, we vet everything to make sure it's going to deliver.
Got it.
What we'll do then is we'll kind of remake their product to be more of a event like pitch.
Sure.
Right? So the biggest thing is everyone goes out and they want to be a keynote speaker. They get paid a video be a keynote. We're like, you don't want to be a keynote speaker. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That's your Tim Tebow and can't actually play football anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like
Sorry,
Tim Tebow,
listen,
know.
I shouldn't even rag on him, but like, I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
But good for him.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who do keynotes and it's fine and all, but they don't understand, especially people in the business world who do
Okay.
keynotes. When you miss out on so much, you're literally leaving millions of dollars on the table.
By skipping that to go